Hello everyone, welcome to our Timeless Sunset Tarot. Now, before reading, I was drawn to the rose quartz crystal, and the first thing that came to me was a crown, and then there was chaos, and something was broken. I don't know if it's a broken relationship. And then I saw some trees, and then afterwards, two people talking. The crown can symbolize the word itself. The word crown might be important to you. Now, the crown also can symbolize something that is precious. Something that is precious amidst a chaotic situation at this time. And maybe your situation, for some of you, if you resonate with this one, you might be in a chaotic situation right now. And there is something precious that is being affected by that situation. But you need to recognize that. I don't know if it's a chaotic situation and if it will lead to a broken relationship. I don't think that being a winner, if somebody loses in a very precious relationship, I don't think there will be any winners there. So first I was thinking, could the crown mean winning? Or could the crown mean it is something that is precious and needs to be given attention to? There's something about trees and nature. Maybe for some of you, you enjoy being close to nature with this person, this broken relationship, or maybe dialogue is needed in the midst of nature. Maybe nature has a significant factor in helping mending whatever is broken. Okay. Now, this is what I saw, and try to see how this resonates with you. Now, let's go to the tarot reading. Now, this is a general reading, and it is open to all zodiac signs. So just take what resonates with you. It is also timeless, so anytime you find yourself watching this video, there might be a message here for you. Now let's try to see what is the main energy at the end of the day. Okay, we have here the Hanged Man. It seems that in this difficult situation that we are encountering in the rose quartz, you need to look at your situation in a different light, and you need to find peace amidst the discomfort or the topsy-turvy situation. You know how the hangman is looking at things in an upside down way. Maybe the situation also is in a topsy-turvy way sometimes when it becomes chaotic already. What seems to be in one place goes to the opposite place. Everything seems to be topsy-turvy. But you can be enlightened from it. It can be an opportunity for you to learn something new. Maybe also to discover what are truly precious in your life. Which relationships need to be given attention to, need to be nurtured. Now, you need to find peace also. When you look at the Hanged Man, despite of his uncomfortable situation, he learned to adapt to his position and was able to attain peace. At the same time, enlightenment. Now let's try to see how this will further unfold. Everything that you need, we have here the magician. Everything that you need in this topsy-turvy situation is already provided for you. So you need not have to worry. You have the emotional maturity, you have the intellectual capacity, you have the spiritual maturity, and also the resources to handle whatever challenge this topsy-turvy situation will present to you. Now, you see here, there's the presence of the divine. I think it's important for you to be aware that you are not alone and you can always ask help from the divine. And I think you see here, this person is raising his hand, asking for the divine to bless all the things that he has in order to respond for the journey. Because this magician is sort of like the first person that the fool met on his journey. And somehow there is even a story wherein the magician opened what the fool was carrying and everything was there. And then the magician somehow blessed it. No, it can be also that the magician provided him also with the things that he needs for the journey. But the important thing here is the importance of the presence of the divine in your life situation at this moment, and at the same time also to know that everything that you need is provided for you, and whatever you might still need, it will be provided for you. So even in the midst of this chaos, you will be able to have the ability to handle the situation. Now, you need to be creative. You need to use your creativity to make it through. Now, what is the advice of the universe for us? You need to examine your priorities right now. We have here the Seven of Pentacles, and when you look at this, the Seven of Pentacles, you see the gardener already, after exerting some effort, his vegetables or fruit, whatever it is, are already bearing. The plant is already bearing fruit, okay? But he seems to be not happy. Maybe you need to re-examine your priorities. What are truly precious in your life right now? Just like the gardener is trying to re-examine things, maybe before, when he started the journey, he knew what are the important things, the precious ones. He knew what are the crowns. He knew what is precious. But amidst the chaos, like for example the gardening, when everything started growing, well, I think he has difficulty right now cleaning the garden. Maybe he, in a certain sense, he also has his part or contribution to the chaos. Maybe what happened is he neglected the garden and allowed the weeds to grow with the plant, or he failed to constantly clean. And so what happens now is maybe the plant grew together with the weeds and everything, and now he is having trouble maintaining the garden. Maybe there is a need for him to declutter, to remove the weeds. And maybe that is why he is troubled right now, because he had difficulty looking at which is really important or not. So you see here, everything is jumbled up, and maybe that is his problem. Yes, there are a lot of fruits already of his labor, but now he has to maybe clean the garden. Sometimes it's like that. Well, sometimes we let go of something for a while without giving it care attention or nurturing, and sooner or later things get out of hand. And so what happens is you need to clean up things or maybe declutter things. You need to decide which are truly important and which are the things that you need to let go. So this is the dilemma of the gardener, and maybe for some of you this is your dilemma right now. Recognizing which is truly vital or important and which are the things that you need to let go. Maybe you need to sit down and write things in paper. On the left, what is important; on the right, what can I let go? And then after you write them down, you leave it for a while, go for a walk in nature. Talk with people maybe. Yeah, maybe even people who are important, people who are in your life, without making any decisions yet, because you've already written them down, and maybe come back again to the sheet of paper, or the paper that you wrote things down on after a certain while, because somehow after you've written, you allow your subconscious mind to work on it, and when you sit down, then you will have a better perspective, and then you try to be aware of your feelings. For example, for the lists on the left side, little by little you try to see how does it affect your feelings. For those on the right side, the things you might let go, you re-examine them and try to see how you feel about that decision. You can always change it along the way. It's a working plan. But the important thing here, I guess, is to re-examine your life situation and try to see which are truly important, and to just work on it, because it's a jumbled up situation. But if you start in one corner or one aspect of your life, that corner will be better after you've worked on it, and then you slowly expand to other areas. You concentrate on the things that you can control, the things that are beyond your control, and trust it to the divine. Just like the magician, he asks assistance from the divine. So this is what we have for our Sunset Tarot. Let us now go to Insights at Twilight. For our Insights at Twilight, the message comes from Thich Nhat Hanh, and the message is: sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. When I look at it, the joy is something that is within. The smile is the external manifestation of the joy that is within. Now, sometimes you smile because, for example, sometimes there is turmoil within ourselves, no? So when there is turmoil within, sometimes even if you don't feel like smiling, you just smile. There is that saying, smile though your heart is breaking. It's just a sign that both the inner world and the outer world are interconnected, and both our inner and outer world can influence each other. So it means, for example, if there is turmoil outside, if people are angry or people are lonely, sometimes the peace that is from within you can influence the situation around you. If you are at peace, if you are calm, even if the situation is chaotic, your mere presence can change the situation. And it can begin with a smile. Now, sometimes the turmoil is within, and sometimes we couldn't control the turmoil within, and even if we would like to have peace, we just could not have that peace. Well, sometimes to regain that peace within, all we have to do is to change the exterior environment. That's why sometimes, even if you're not feeling it, you just smile, and sooner or later, you'll start to feel better. It's the same also if everything inside you, your inner world, is chaotic at this moment. Sometimes all you have to do is to start cleaning your exterior environment. Like, for example, you declutter your room, you clean your room, even if you're not feeling like it, no? And sooner or later, after you clean your room, you start to feel better. If you feel turmoil inside also, sometimes all you need to do is to go and talk with somebody who is calm and composed. You talk with a friend who value you and who gives attention and care to you no matter what, who accepts you for who you are no matter what, and sooner or later you feel better. So if, for example, there is exterior turmoil but you are peaceful within, you can change that exterior situation by the peace that is overflowing from within you. At the same time, if you have inner turmoil, sometimes all we need to do is to start changing our exterior environment, and sooner or later, the inner world will also be peaceful. So if you feel clutter within you, you feel anxious, you feel troubled, sometimes all you need to do is to start with a smile, start cleaning the place around you. Sometimes all you need to do is to start cleaning your work table, or maybe just clean your bed. And once you start to do that, after a period of time, you will notice you start to feel better. Sometimes the easiest way is just take a shower, pamper yourself, take time in taking a bath. Just nurture yourself, clean yourself. Um, Maybe even just immerse yourself in a body of water like the sea or the lake. All you need to do is to just stand. You don't have to swim. Just immersing yourself in the water can already do a great thing, especially if you feel tired. Sometimes taking a bath, a comfortable bath wherein you are not in a hurry, you start to feel better. So, if there is inner turmoil, try to create peace externally. If there is external turmoil, try to regain peace within and let that peace overflow to your exterior environment. So, somehow, this is what I can see from this insight at twilight, and also from our tarot reading. In the tarot reading and in our crystal rose quartz reading, there seems to be chaos right now. And I think the important thing there is to prioritize and also to determine what are truly important. And these things that are truly important, they might have been broken right now, but things that are broken, we can still try to mend them. It might not be as perfectly beautiful as they used to be, but some things can still be repaired. And the value is even more, I think, because for me, every scar tells a story, and every scar makes a person even more interesting. It shows that the person has undergone a lot of life experiences and has learned, hopefully, has learned a lot of lessons along the way. So, this is what we have for today. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, May God continue to bless your ways.